I hate my job. That is what many employees are shouting throughout the years working at a dead end job. Employees that are overworked, underpaid, and underappreciated. In fact, according to over 1 decade study by Gallup poll, 85% of employees all over the world hate their jobs. And in 2013, Forbes magazine reported on the poll saying work is more often a source of frustration than fulfillment for nearly 90% of people or workers around the world. While some countries of the world have 70 to 75% of employees who hate their jobs, some have as high as 95%. However, if all the figures are put together, 85 out of every 100 employees around the world confess to hate their job. But why? Why do people hate their jobs? When your employees are unhappy, your customers are likely to be unhappy too. It's an endless cycle that repeats itself over and over again, costing you unnecessary expenses in recruiting and customer acquisition costs. If your employees are unhappy, here are the most likely reasons why. No clear career path. The vast majority of employees want more than just a job. They want to see how their work impacts the overall mission of the organization, how and what they are doing is helping the organization achieve its goals. That's what creates an engaged workforce. And engaged employees usually don't hate their jobs. Employees being able to clearly understand the employee value propositions or what's in it for them is a key factor to engagement. So share your strategy and goals. Map out potential career path options for your employees to contribute to reaching those goals. If you want them to be happy, then show them that they are needed and show them that you value their expertise and contributions.
You have a toxic culture. So culture is how work gets done around here. If getting work done around here, it involves having a fight, a constant battle, or make employee feel like they are beating head against a wall in frustration. Then you have a toxic culture. So toxic culture are negative, gloomy, and depressing. So they bring you down engagement and productivity. Also, they bring down successful organization. So, if you are a leader and you have a toxic culture, then it is a toxic because you play a role in making a toxic one. So, so to avoid toxicity, um, make it own and course correct and play a role in creating a high performing culture instead. So if you want to be successful, it start with an honest, positive, and constructive culture and not a toxic one. So the third is limited work-life balance. So employee have life, it's just all about the business. You want them to hate their jobs, well then ignore the work-life balance at your own peril. So unless your organization function or rigid time structures such as medical facilities and service industries, where service are success is dependent on having enough staff in the night place at the exact right times to service a customer. So lastly is employee wants a true work-life balance. Actually, they expect it, particularly millennials and Gen Z. If you want a work-life balance, be flexible. You often find employees will provide the same courtesy to you and your customer.
They don't like their boss, according to an online survey wherein some employees are asked why they were looking for a new job. At the time, 65% said bad leadership was the number one reason they they hate their boss or supervisor, so they hate coming to work. They rate coming to work, so they perform the bare minimum until they can find a new job. Not a good job for service delivery and customer satisfaction. If employees don't like and trust their management, then they're likely buying time until they can make a quick exit. It's okay, though you can improve. Focus on relationships, focus on trust. For starter, good leaders open lines of communication. They recognize, fix process issues, and lead by example. They don't feel appreciated. Employee to employer relationships are just like personal ones. You get what you give. If people feel the relationship is unbalanced or one sided, well, then usually break it up. People have a fundamental human need to feel valued, heard, and appreciated, particularly when they feel they've done a great job. If you are not sure how to recognize for a job well done, ask your employees. Give those who deserve it the rewards and recognize they want.
They are poorly paid. Although remuneration is not always the reason many employees feel unhappy, it can be a big factor. We all want better pay, but it is a different story when you feel you are being underpaid, as this can lead to resentment, anger, and bitterness. They suffer job insecurity. Feeling insecure is a big reason many people are unhappy at work. Today's economic squeeze and the struggle for a better bottom line using less resources can lead to many employees losing their loyalty. Therefore, it is important that organizations reassure their staff their jobs are safe.
To sum those up, employees are vastly more satisfied and productive. It turns out when the four of their core needs are met. First is physical, through opportunities to regularly renew and recharge at work. Second is emotional, by being valued and appreciated for their contribution. Mental, when they have opportunities to focus in an observed way on their most important tasks and define when and where they get work done. And the last is spiritual, by doing more of what they do best and enjoy most, and by feeling connected to a higher purpose at work. The more employee leaders and organizations support employees in meeting this core needs to move, to more likely the employees are to experience engagement, loyalty, job satisfaction, and positive energy at work. And the lower their perceived levels of stress when employees have one need, compare with none, all, all of all of their performance variables improve. The more need meets, the more positive the impact.